Ten of Pentacles, we've got the Knight of Pentacles in the progressive, and then we've got the Seven of Wands. So it's giving like adding to your own stability, adding to your own security coming through here. But with this Knight of Pentacles being in the progressive, it's like it feels like it was taking a while to get to where you're aiming to go. But now it's kind of like it's in the middle of transitioning, and I feel like it's in the middle of flipping. So we're moving from, this is like the slowest moving energy in the tarot deck, if y'all didn't know that. And in the progressive, it's kind of like this up in the air. It hasn't really solidified. I feel like it was here, and now it's rotated, and now I feel like we are moving towards the reverse. So you're going to be seeing things kind of speed up a little bit. That being said, I do feel like there's been some frustration maybe with this collective about like the speed of things and how they're moving. Things not really moving maybe according to plan or as quickly as you would like. Which is, you know, it gets frustrating, right? It gets frustrating. But everything in due time, especially if we're doing, you know, our healing work and healing like family traumas. Family trauma could be coming through with this Ten of Pentacles as well. And it's really like resurfacing a lot of things that you need to heal. And so maybe, you know, while you've been going through this healing process, maybe you've been feeling kind of edgy. Maybe you've been kind of lashing out at people that, you know, I don't know. It kind of feels a little unprovoked because, you know, we look at this card and he could be fighting emotional demons and fighting imaginary demons. We're not seeing anything that are like actually attached to these stabs. They're just they're just there, and he's just going to town. So all right, I'm glad that I'm spot on. Love that. I love that I'm reaching the collective that's resonating with this, and I appreciate the feedback. Okay, again, so now we've got a different flavor going along with the self-healing and the self-help that's going on here. I'm getting strong, again, mommy wounds, mommy issues. But also we've got daddy issues poking through on this one. So we've got the Empress and we have the King of Swords. So, okay. There's something about unclear communication coming through here. I'm feeling harshness, like especially around the masculine. Like, I feel like I'm speaking to a collective whose fatherly figure, masculine figure in the household growing up was very harsh, was judgmental, feels like a good word. And mom kind of just sat back and let it happen. This is, you know, take it how it resonates. This is popping through. Let's see. I'm going to grab another deck and we're going to go further into this reading. Any more that this collective needs to hear? Any more that this collective needs to hear? Okay. Ace of Wands, Strength. Now we've got fire sign energy coming through. I feel like there might have been a lot of arguments that you had to work through also in childhood. Maybe arguments between your parents or just within the household. Any more that wants to come through for this collective? There's a message of like it taking strength to walk away from this situation, maybe literally breaking away from the household, but also breaking away from all the trauma that you've had to heal independently. Because I just feel like this is a collective who's very much healing on their own. They didn't really receive any guidance or assistance with like the parents. Definitely just an independent self-healing journey. And you're doing great. I mean, you're going from an 8 of Cups to a 9 of Cups. So you're leveling up. You're on the right path. Just keep doing what you're doing, girl. You're doing great. You're doing amazing, sweetie. All right, let's see if we have any advice for this collective then to wrap up this general reading. Just keep on with the self-work. You've done a lot, but there's still a lot to be done. Virgo energy here. We've got Leo energy here with the Strength card. Any more advice? Six of Wands. Yes, you're fully capable of bringing in your own happiness. I'm so glad to hear that this is resonating with you guys. Fully capable of creating your own happiness and surrounding yourself with the right people who will support you. Okay, any more advice for this collective? Okay, we had a nice clump of cards here. All right, let's see what we got going on. We've got Five of Swords. We've got Page of Pentacles. We've got Three of Swords. We've got Four of Cups. Definitely some ego work that needs to be done here. And this ego work is really going to help you to get out of this kind of defensive energy. Especially if you've been kind of argumentative lately. I feel like some of you might be resting in kind of a combative, like, you know, kind of energy. This Chariot wants to keep making an appearance. So, I don't know, Cancer, maybe I'm speaking to a Cancer or someone with Cancer placements. I don't know. So, getting out of this battling, combative kind of like, I feel like you're ready to start some shit with people. Like it's not taking much to provoke you lately. And so Spirit is kindly suggesting that we keep focusing on healing the wounds. I feel like, you know, you've been going through it. You've been, you know, you've really been working at it for a while. But the Page is not very experienced at this. Pages are pretty immature. So I do feel like there's a lot of work to be done, and this isn't to discourage you from doing it. It's just like, you know, we've still got some things. We've still got some things going on that can't be overlooked. And it's like the more you overlook them, the more you're understanding that you're not happy with decisions that you're making. You're not happy with opportunities that are presenting themselves to you. Maybe you don't feel worthy for opportunities that are presenting themselves to you. And it's like this healing is really going to cut to the bone and address all of that so that you're building yourself up to feel more worthy. Okay. All right. I know I said I was going to wrap the reading up there, but I'm going to pull some more advice. I feel like there's some more that needs to come out. Six of Wands again. Cancer and Aries, stop it. All right, any more advice for this collective? Okay, Six of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Any more advice? Yeah. You're very much capable of giving yourself the stability that you need. Six of Wands has been coming in again to promote like this happiness, like you're moving towards happy times, but also for this reading in particular, it's like understanding that you are capable of finding this happiness within yourself. Especially we had this next to the Hermit for the first row of advice that I pulled. So this inner work is really leading to this realization that like the happiness has been within me all along. Oh, I'm having an epiphany. So yeah, just keep moving forward because you are on the path of happiness and, oh my goodness, a lot of emotional development, a lot of work, a lot of love going in. And look at that. We're moving from the Page of Pentacles. We're moving from a page to a king. So this is like literally the most mature, most emotionally mature energy in the minor arcana. The kings are the most mature. So you are taking a more mature approach. You're kind of taking the high road here, I feel like, especially when you're like discontinuing this combative energy, because that's just kind of some ego work that I feel like you need to go through, the dark night of the soul and all that fun stuff. But again, we're just double confirming that you're fully capable of building